welcome to this After Hours Experience Extra. I am TC Restani. I am in the basement of South Boston Jeff's mansion in South Boston, Massachusetts. This is long before Bull Montana arrives here because tonight is your big annual holiday party down here, your big Christmas shindig. And we're talking about the spread that you have out here, South Boston, Jeff. This is unbelievable.
Well, this is actually the secret location, which is beneath Whitey Bulger's Tavern, which is right next door to the Burger King. This wasn't Whitey's original place. This is more of a getaway place, but it's a secret place. But he doesn't live here anymore. It's on West Broadway. It's on, I'm finishing. I'm getting the microphone all greasy because this my American chop suey. How you liking it?
This American chop suey, I mean, it is probably the greatest American chop suey, and I'm not just saying that because you're here and we're in Whitey Bulger's former hangout. But, I mean, what's in this? Before we talk about, welcome everybody, this is the After Hours Experience. Actually, like I said at the beginning, we're going to be talking about best and worst holiday movies. But before we get into that, we have to talk about your American chop suey. I'm on my third bowl. Sabrina's going to kill me. My personal trainer's going to kill me. But we have to eat this before Bull shows up. What are the ingredients to your spectacular American chop suey, Jeff?
Well, I call it my third-generation American chop suey, third-generation American, referencing Police Academy, but it's got three main ingredients. The first ingredient is, it's the meat. Don't skip on the meat. I got a good eye for some prime meat. Runs in the family. And I got two different types of meat, which is the ground beef and the ground pork.
Unbelievable.
So, and plenty of spices, but I can't give away all the secret flavors. But I'm just glad everybody's having a good time, and just eat up before Bull gets here because.
Well, actually, I am. I actually am eating up right now, and then
because once he gets here, there'll be nothing left.
Well, before anybody gets here, Sabrina's not here, Stylist Liz is not here, and the rest of the cast and crew in here. I had to come down here to do this podcast with you before anything, but this is, I mean, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, you should sell this as a recipe, Jeff, because this is better than anything I've ever had before. Chef Boyardee, any of those people we've seen down in Little Italy, down in New York, or the North End, anywhere. South Boston Jeff's third-generation American chop suey. Now, this is fantastic. Now, what kind of sausages do you use in this?
Today we just have an Italian sausage, but it's like I mix it up. But today's like a fresh Italian sausage from the North End.
All right, let me get one more scoopful of this, and we'll start our program here. Ladies and gentlemen, this is unbelievable. I'm going to take a picture of it, and I'm going to tweet it out. Of course, you can follow me at TC Restani. Okay, Jeff. Oh, fantastic. All right, let's talk about best and worst holiday movies. Let's start off with the worst holiday movies that you've ever seen. Go right ahead.
Oh, well, the worst holiday movie I've ever seen was actually a sequel to a Christmas movie. It was a sequel to a sequel. It was National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation Part 2.
For a second there, I thought you were going to say Christmas Vacation.
That's a great one. Yeah.
Oh, you're talking about the Cousin Eddie version.
Yeah. It was a sequel to a sequel, and it dealt with Cousin Eddie's family, and he had an uncle who was played by Ed Asner. Well, I mean, everybody loves Ed Asner. I love Ed Asner. How about you?
He's a longtime close personal friend of yours. You actually confronted him about this movie.
Well, yeah, I brought that up. He's a mad supporter of the 9/11 thing.
That's right. He's one of the people that believe that 9/11 was an inside job. Those opinions are his, and I happen to agree with him on some certain things. But that's a different topic for a different program altogether, Jeff.
Yeah. So, but I just stopped him and said, "Hey, are you gonna do a National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation Part 3? Is that on the list?" And he's like, "I think we can do better than that, buddy." Yeah, tough old bird, gotta love him. But Christmas Vacation Part 2, Christmas Vacation.
Cousin Eddie's Christmas Vacation, which was god awful. It wasn't even in the movies; it was made for television.
I remember that. I mean, they did get the original Audrey, and I don't know who they got for Rusty, but
nobody really cares.
Right.
So that's your top of your list there for the worst Christmas movie of all time.
Let's see. My least you got to admit, for a very Brady Christmas, that was a great reunion, but it was a terrible movie.
I actually like that one. How did you not like A Very Brady Christmas?
Yeah, good, because it was so poorly acted. But well, actually, what it
All right,
was.
Jeff, it was the Brady Bunch. All right, it wasn't well, the Welcome Back Cotto, holiday special. It was the Brady Bunch special, and of course they had a different Cindy in it.
Oh, yeah, you're right. I don't mind that. What's her name? Jennifer Runyon?
Jennifer Runyon.
Yeah,
For
oh,
those
yeah.
of you who don't know who Jennifer Runyon is, she was the girl in the opening of Ghostbusters that Bill Murray was trying to pick up when she was doing the ESP test.
And she did that awesome movie about whitewater rafting called Up the Creek, which has nothing to do with Christmas.
No, it doesn't. It has absolutely nothing to do with that. I'm shocked that you would put down the Brady Bunch. You are the king of Brady trivia.
I'm not putting down, but I'm just saying that it was a horribly acted movie. But you got to look at it for what it is. It's like they took the gullibility of the Bradys and stretched out the half hour into a 2-hour Christmas. I think at the end, didn't he even Mike gets stuck in a building or something like that?
It was a play on It's a Wonderful Life and all that other stuff, and yeah, a building fell on Mike Brady. So here's the deal: he's going to leave his house during Christmas dinner to go help out on a construction site, which shouldn't be open anyway on Christmas Day, and the structure fell on top of him. And he couldn't get out. All of a sudden, Mrs. Brady starts singing Christmas carols. Magically, he lifts up the building and comes out, and everybody is happy and whatnot.
Yeah, I noticed they couldn't do any flashbacks of Cindy Olsen. Did they?
They did. Remember when she goes, "It's better than that. It's Santa Claus." So they showed a flashback. It was obviously because Susan Olsen wasn't in the movie, but she was also a kid.
Was Jennifer Runyon and was like, who is that?
I have no idea. But for the record, Jeff, that movie, The Very Brady Christmas, was the highest rated television movie in 1988.
I did not know that at all.
And that's why they came back to do that really pathetic spin-off show called The Bradys, where Marsha was an alkie, Bobby was a paraplegic because he was paralyzed in a race car.
And he was married to Colin Quinn. That was all.
No, he wasn't married to Colin Quinn.
No, Martha Quinn.
Yeah, Martha Quinn. I don't know what Bradys you were watching there, but yeah, Martha Quinn actually to this day is still a huge Brady Bunch fan, and that was her as a kid growing up. Martha Quinn had a crush on Mike Lookinland, Bobby Brady.
Oh, I never knew that.
And now, have you seen what he looks like now? You've met him. He looks like Skeletor.
Well, sure.
All right, third worst holiday movie. Well, let me run down for those of you just tuning in right now. Jeff's first worst holiday movie was Cousin Eddie's Christmas Vacation, followed by A Very Brady Christmas. Your third and final worst holiday movie, Jeff.
Well, okay. I would say Gremlins is a great horror movie, but would you consider that a Christmas movie?
I would, and it's on my list as one of the best Christmas movies.
Yeah, so I'm not going to say that that's a horrible Christmas movie. I mean, they actually meant for that movie to be a horror movie or a horror movie, but it was too silly. I mean, so they made it kind of a kids movie.
All right, my worst holiday movie, thanks to Jeff. Jeff, finally, after 30 years, I saw this movie, and we actually watched it one Christmas Eve with the entire cast, and that should have been videotaped. Silent Night, Deadly Night. Now, give us the 411 on Silent Night, Deadly Night, Jeff.
Okay, Silent Night, Deadly Night. If a movie company can can trash anything and and make a killer slasher out of the holidays, they did it, and they made a horror movie back in 1984 called Silent Night, Deadly Night. Okay, it starts off with an old timer who the little boy's visiting him in the mental hospital, and an old timer who's actually played by the guy who played Old Man Peabody in Back to the Future, and he gives the little boy the words hey, if Santa Claus comes and if you're naughty, he's gonna kill you, and you better run for your life and everything. So
you space bastard, you killed my pine.
But it's just about a kid who grows up and he becomes a killer because he witnesses his parents getting raped and murdered by a guy dressed as Santa Claus, and he grows up and becomes a murderous Santa. Yeah, you're right. That is a pretty horrible movie, even though I've seen it 10 times, probably because I was young and there were a lot of tits in the movie, you know.
Yeah, I was going to say it had awesome 80s nudity in it. That was the only saving grace to Silent Night, Deadly Night, and its pathetic sequels, which I still have not seen and will not see because I'm sure they would make the list wholeheartedly.
Oh yeah, because Clint Howard stars in like 2 or 3 of them, and you know he makes awesome movies these days. Ron Howard's brother Clint.
My second worst holiday movie, I am going to agree with you, Jeff, Cousin Eddie's Christmas Vacation. I was looking forward to this because I was a huge fan of Randy Quaid's character of Cousin Eddie, and he was fantastic in the first Vacation and in Christmas Vacation. And when they made this piece of, I'm going to say it on the air, this piece of shit, it was the worst thing I've ever seen. In fact, I threw the DVD out.
I think that maybe you did it, but that's how I seen it and everything. I
Maybe
found
you picked it out of the
snow.
trash. Maybe that's where you found it.
I found it in an alley next to the studio. So it's probably your copy. Hey, funny that thing.
I'm absolutely positive it was a copy there. Now the third one, I really can't think of one off the top of my head, but you know what? I'm going to throw it. It's a Wonderful Life. I'm sure it's going to offend everybody out there, but really, is that movie really that good?
Well, I don't know. Maybe if you're a Jimmy Stewart fan, but I kind of thought it was okay. But I've only seen it one time in my life.
I saw it once when I was a kid. I was like, "What was the hoopla about this movie?" All right, the guy tried to off himself, and then some. It was basically kind of like a Scrooge story told from a different point of view. You know.
Yeah, you get to come back and see what your family would be like if you died, and how lousy off everybody is.
Right, me being Italian and having people connected and whatnot, I know about people who have expired early and whatnot, and it's not a fun thing, around Christmas time and whatnot.
Well, it did make me think of my favorite Married with Children episode. It was called "It's a Bundleful Life," and that's where Al Bundy, of course, being the most oppressed man ever, wanted to kill himself around the holidays, and then his guardian angel came down.
Who was his guardian angel?
Oh, he was played by none other than Sam Kinison.
Perfect guardian angel.
Oh, yeah, perfect guardian angel, and he looks at Al Bundy's life, and he's like, "I'm sorry, buddy, but I can't think of one reason why you should live." I mean...
See, that's the way it should be right there. So I'm sorry if I offended anybody out there with It's a Wonderful Life, but sit back and really watch it. It's a depressing movie.
It is.
I mean, Christmas is supposed to be about fun and excitement and toys and goodwill towards the world and all that other junk. And we're worried about some guy offing himself, and every time a bell rings, an angel gets his wings. Who cares?
Well, I certainly don't, but I think the Christmas Story is getting a little old. It sucks on how every Christmas they play it all day long on at least 3 channels.
I like that movie. I saw A Christmas Story in the theater back in 1983 and thought it was fantastic. Now, I know why you really hate A Christmas Story.
Oh,
it isn't because it's on TBS 24 hours a day from Christmas Eve all the way to Christmas Day. It's because you hate Scotty Schwartz,
that
the actor.
Little bastard. Yeah, I think he's a little like.
Now, I have no problem with Scotty Schwartz. In fact, he and I have mutual friends, and he's always been good to me. But I know that he knows that you're a celebrity stalker, and he knows that. And what he did, didn't he do something to Bull?
He wouldn't let him take a picture with Bull. Yeah, I kind of pulled him aside, and he's like, "No, I'm with my mother. Get away!" But
Schwartz should be paying Bull to take a picture with him.
Oh, of course he should. But I'm not too worried about what Scotty Schwartz says he's there, because what he is there these days, he's the celebrity errand boy, and he's the one who runs and gets slices of pizza and beers for the rest of the has-been celebrities. So he's basically the celebrity errand boy these days, and I'm not too worried about what old Scotty Schwartz is doing. I think I'm not gonna.
All right, before you blow a gasket over there, top 3 favorite Christmas movies, Jeff.
Okay, top 3 Christmas movies. Okay, we got my number 1 has to be Die Hard. That's one of my all-time favorite Christmas.
You read my mind. Die Hard. I love Die Hard. It's a great Christmas movie. It brings you in that Christmas spirit because he saves everybody at the end. He's like a real-life Santa Claus. He gets rid of what's his name there, throws him off the building.
And they don't make many Christmas movies
Hans
like
Gruber,
that.
thank you. I got that through
Hans
my
Gruber.
earpiece. Yeah, I forgot his name. Hans Gruber.
Yeah, they don't make many of them like that anymore. And I also, all right, this was one of the greatest comedies of the 80s, but it's also a Christmas movie, Trading Places, with Eddie Murphy and Dan Aykroyd.
Most people wouldn't think of that as a holiday Christmas movie, but you're right.
Yep, you can Dan Aykroyd was excellent in that movie. I felt bad for him too when he lost everything and he was dressed up in the Santa Claus suit on the bus, like ready to kill himself. And I'll never be able to forget that movie because Jamie Lee Curtis's tits. Oh boy.
Next thing were Jamie Lee Curtis's, as he said it, her Christmas tinsel was hanging
Ho
out.
ho ho! That's right. She played a hoe. Ho ho ho!
All right, so your number 1 is Die Hard. Your number 2 is Trading Places. Your number 3 favorite holiday movie of all time, Jeff.
Okay. Then now here's Chevy Chase's Funny Farm. Now I actually
Funny Farm.
Okay. Do you remember? It's
Oh, you mean at the end when they were trying to sell the house and they made it look like a Norman Rockwell town?
Yeah. They were all singing Christmas carols and everything. They had to pull it off. Okay, all right. I wouldn't. Maybe
That's kind
you
of a
can.
stretch there.
Yeah. I can't if you can't really call that a Christmas movie, but all right. But the place has a special place in my heart because
Well, that's all that matters because it's about Christmas and it makes you think of Christmas.
and I have a summer cottage out in North Conway where that movie was filmed, where that bridge where the movers were driving over, to Redbud, where that was. I've fished off that bridge many a time. Funny Farm and Redbud has a special place in my heart. So. There you go.
Unbelievable. My top 3 favorite Christmas movies. You know, we're just going to throw out right now National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. That's on everybody's list.
Oh, of course.
So,
I forgot all about it.
That's like Star Wars saying, which is your favorite movie? Star Wars is above a movie, and Christmas Vacation is above all Christmas movies. It is the pinnacle. I mean, everybody loves that movie. There isn't one person that hates that movie.
Right.
All right, but number 1, I'm going to go with, I'm agreeing with you, Die Hard. That is, I love, and I only watch that movie on Christmas Eve.
Wow, that's a great time to watch Die Hard.
My second all-time favorite Christmas movie because, we work down here at a TV studio. We do the show and whatnot. I'm going to have to say Scrooge with Bill Murray because it took place in a TV studio, and we know a lot of people like Frank Cross.
Oh, that has some great comic moments, and it's so many good celebrity cameo appearances in that movie. It's ridiculous. I mean, it even has Buck the dog from Married with Children in there.
It does?
Playing someone's dog. I don't I don't know, but Bill Murray Scrooge, definitely one of the greatest holiday movies. Makes me feel good, to tell you the truth.
Can you sing the song at the end?
You mean put a little love in your heart?
That would be it. That would be the one right there. Yeah.
And take a good look inside. Don't know the words, but I wanna put a little love in your heart.
All right, and my third favorite all-time holiday movie would have to be, let's see here, probably none other. I loved it in '84. I'm talking about Gremlins. I know it's one of your ones that you thought was a great horror movie. It was a great horror movie, but it's another movie that I always watch on Christmas Eve. Right after I watch Die Hard, I watch Gremlins because it gets me in the feeling of Christmas because Christmas always doesn't turn out as good as it's supposed to be.
Yep, that has that has a great message, and it tells you just that. Like, Christmas isn't the greatest holiday for just everybody. And that's what Phoebe Cates.
I was going to say, and how sexy is that speech Phoebe Cates is talking about, where her old man, was dressed as Santa Claus and got stuffed in a chimney and died. Anything she said in the 80s was, she could have just blown up a kindergarten with a bazooka, and it would be awesomely sexy.
Oh, yeah, you're true with that. I don't care what she was talking about.
No.
All you can think about is the scene in Fast Times at Ridgemont
I think of that
High.
scene every day. Bull, you can't come in. Sorry. Down at the end of the hall, there's the food's at the end of the hall. We can't let yeah, Bull. All right. Ho, ho, ho. I hope you washed that stupid Santa suit, too. All right, sorry for that brief interruption there. That was Colonel. Colonel arrived at South Boston Jeff's holiday party down here with the fantastic. It's a good thing you kept all that, what was that? What is that stuff? I had a little too
Third
much.
generation American chop suey.
Yeah, the little American chop suey. I have had a few things to drink down here. So there's our best and worst holiday movies of all time. What are you doing on Christmas, Jeff?
What am I doing? Well, on Christmas Eve, we got a dinner with Bobby Wong and our friends at the Kowloon restaurant. And on Christmas, it's just home in Southie and everything. Just dinner with the fam and like a nice quiet. I mean, no celebrities on Christmas time.
Other than Santa Claus.
And that's probably going to be Bull.
Oh. I'm joining you this year on Christmas Eve up at the world famous Kowloon for the South Boston Jeff Clan get together up there. I believe a lot of the other cast members are going to be there. Sabrina's going to be there, Stylist Liz, and of course our longtime close personal friend, none other than Signature Boy Donnie's going to be there.
Yep, SBD, Signature Boy. He's calling me
Signature Boy Donnie.
Yeah,
you got SBJ and SBD.
Yeah, that's what he's calling me lately. Signature Boy Jeff, SBJ, man. That's SBJ, Signature Boy Jeff. I don't know if I want to be known as that, but great to be hanging with him during the holidays.
I want to do some shout-outs to everybody that has been supporting us over the years. We promise we will be back on the air in 2015 with the TV show. We've had big meetings down here where we're talking about what we want to get done. We have some great skits planned for 2015, and 2015 is a big year, not only for the show, but it's the year that Doc Brown traveled to and Back to the Future too. Who would have thought we'd make it to 2015, Jeff?
Certainly not me. Maybe Jim Ignatowski.
Okay, Doc, boss. And on that note, this is After Hours, and just like the TV show we what? We never close, Marty!